Welcome to today's section of the Virtual Assistant course with WORKSPACE Academy. Today we are going to be walking you through how to plan like a pro, how to manage travel arrangements for your clients. But before we go into today's class, if you have not gone through the first video of the full introduction to Virtual Assistant and the second video of how to use Google Workspace tools and CRM tools as a virtual assistant, please kindly check the video description to get the videos to help yourself before you join us in today's class. Now, managing the travel arrangement for your client is one of the key parts of a virtual assistant. When you are being hired, you may be required to manage the travel arrangement for your boss or for your business or for the company you are working for. So today's course, we're going to be walking you through the full complete guide on how to do that, and it's going to be completely practicals. But before we go into the practicals, I want to use these slides to show you exactly what you need to create those travel arrangements. All right, now before you manage your boss travel arrangement, please, you need to create a form on Google Docs and send to your boss with this question so that he will give you information that you need in order to create those travel arrangements. So you need questions like travel date, when does he want to travel, the departure, when he is traveling and when he's returning, the destination, the city, the specific venue, how much does he have to cater for that particular journey, the preferred airline he likely use, the class, either economy and all of that, where does he like to sit, whether in the window side, in the middle, the front, the back, and all of that, so that you can be able to help you in booking reservations for him or her. And then of course the preferred class of hotel, where he's going to stay in that particular location is going, the bed type, the room type, etc. And then of course the health and dietary information, the purpose of travel, the business, whether the purpose of travel is business, leisure, is going for medicals, or maybe he's going for just for leisure, right, just to enjoy himself. And of course, with the travel times, does he want to move in the morning, the afternoon, or in the evening? And of course, what is the travel policy that is familiar with? Now, when you create a Google form with this, it will now help you to do that. I'm not going to show you how to do all of these, maybe create a Google form, but I'm going to show you slightly how to do it. But if you take the second course, you notice that I talk about all the Google Workspace tools, but today I'm going to point one of them for you and just show you how to do it, and you're going to do it. So make these questions on the Google form, send to him, he will fill it, send to you. When you get the data, you start preparing his travel arrangement. And of course, these are the basic requirements for traveling. When your boss wants to travel, these are the three things he needs. He needs a valid passport. And of course, so you need to submit his passport to the agencies 4 to 6 weeks before the traveling, so that it can be processed, all right, because it takes time to process. And then of course, a valid visa. He needs a valid visa. And of course, when you are getting a visa, you can research in official websites to get his visa and the requirement to apply for a visa. You can, if he doesn't have, you can research an official website or embassy website or an immigration website. Example, any website that ends with .gov. And then of course, you can check at AIT travel center to get those to get the requirements to prepare his visa. And of course, his health condition is also very important. Now for this visa, I'm going to show you practically how to do that on the internet, so because it's very important to do it. So we are going to do all of this before we go into the slides that we are going to present, we are going to create. So follow us step by step. This is very important because you'll be doing your assignment at the end of this class, and so if you don't pay attention, you may not understand, and the assignment is at the end of this particular class. So I will show you everything practically. Now in the slide, what you need in the slide we are going to be creating is, this first slide is going to carry the introduction, the second slide is going to carry the entry, exit and requirement, flight and transit details, accommodation, city attraction, food and restaurant, social norms, budget, itinerary and summary. In itinerary and summary, you should focus on the 4W of traveling. When we get there, we'll show you everything. Of course, the conclusion, table of contents. I have a bonus for you at the end of the course that will help you to create all of these with ease. All right, now that is all. All right, now let's come back to these practicals, and we'll show you how to create a Google form, and second, how to research for all of this. Remember, the prompt we are going to be using is entry requirement gov. That means this the underscore here is if your boss want to travel to Paris in France, that is the example we are going to be using today. You put Paris in France. If you want to travel to let's say Liverpool in England, you have to put Liverpool in the Liverpool entry requirement.gov on Google in order to get the requirements and all of that. Please be careful of the kind of website you'll be using, right? So now let's go into the practicals. All right, so you come to your Google, and then of course the first thing is create a Google form to send to your boss in order to fill it. All right, so when we come here, you have to come to your tools. Of course, remember I showed you about these tools in the second class. If you have not gotten that video, please check the video description to get it. Then you come and you see where you have forms. You click on it, and then it's going to open up a form for you. So it has a lot of templates here that you can use. All right, so you can choose your own, but you can also choose your, but we are going to just choose one. All right, so let me just quickly choose one. You can choose, just ensure that you choose the one that is best fit for you. All right, the form is here. So what you need to do is the first question we have here is what is the travel date. So you have to come here, what is the travel date, and then of course what is the travel date, that is departure, sorry, departure and return. So that is it, and then of course is there. This portion here will be for him to fill the answer, and then you come here and all of that. So I didn't choose the right form, but please ensure that you choose the right one. This is a contact form. I'm supposed to choose the right form. Just ensure that you choose the right form here, or just type in here the name of the form you want, and then it will come out for you. If you have any question, ask me on the video description. So this is how to create a Google form. It's very simple. You create like we just did, you create that we just did, and then it leaves you the opportunity of your boss filling the information for you. So when you are done, you can now copy the link here, send to him. He will fill the form, and the information will be given to you here. You see it. Now, if you don't know how to create a Google form, you can as well type it on MS Word and send to him to fill. But the MS Word must be on the MS Word must be on this kind of MS Docs where you copy links. Don't send documents to your boss. Always send links so that you always be able to access them. Now that is that. Now the second aspect is teaching you how to get the requirements for visa. So you have to help your boss with the requirements in order to create his visa, not to apply for his visa. So what we need to do is we need to put, let's say we are using Paris, so we have to come to Google and type Paris requirements, I didn't get it. Paris requirements .gov, Paris travel requirements, rather Paris travel requirements.gov. So I'll just put .gov, and then it's going to come up, and then of course you are seeing that this one is entry requirement France travel.gov.uk. So just check the one that ends with .gov, because those ones are the one that are actually the real one. So we have seen France here, so let me click on France, and then it's going to show open the portal. So please, just we will not be seeing almost everything. I'm only showing you how to do them. All right, so when you enter this website, your own need is just to show the requirements that is needed for your boss to apply for a visa, or to apply for a visa on behalf of your boss. So when you read all the article, you will see the requirements, then you copy them. So the reason why you must enter their real website and not all these website, please avoid any website that carries sponsored. Please, those ones are advertisement and they are not valid. So always get information from a good website. All right, now that is how to do it. You get the requirements, you jot it down, so that when we are creating the slide, you add them there. All right, the also next thing to do is you can go to travel center, sorry, travelcenter.com. Let's just click enter. Of course, We have, yes, we have it here, IOTATravelcenter.com. IOTA is the company that manages all travel agencies, especially flights in the world. So when you go there, you find verified information of the requirements, the exit requirement, the entry requirement to that particular country you are going. Always make this research, it's very important. If you are in London, please, if your boss is going to London, please do it. If your boss is going to Germany, please do it. Okay, see, this is here, travel latest document. So when you are here, you now search from the one that is peculiar to you. All right, so this is very important. Now I've shown you how to get all of this. I may not be getting all of them, the information, because I already have them. So I may not be showing you, but you have to do the research yourself. I'm choosing Paris here. Please, nobody should choose Paris in your assignment. Please choose a different country. Okay, so all right, so when you are done getting all the information, you now go to canva.com on your Google. So canva.com, you can either download it from Play Store, or there's an app, or you go to your Google and type canva.com, is going to come. Now Canva is very good for slides presentation, and it's also very good for graphics and every other thing. All right, but then we are going to be using it. So Google Doc, Google Slide is also good. I taught you that from day two. So if you can use Google Slide, well, but I recommend Canva. I will drop a video on the video description on how to use Canva. There is a video I taught on how to use Canva for graphics that I explain everything from beginning to the end. So I'm going to drop that video for you as well on how to use. But you come to Canva, and then you are going to type travel planner presentation, whether on your phone or laptop, is going to work for you. All right, so it's going to come up, bring a lot of presentations for you to choose. All right, so you're going to browse through to see the one that you like, but please, if you're on your phone, you may be seeing some of them carrying king. Please do not use anyone that is carrying king, because those ones are pro. I'm using a pro version here, but your own, you will still have a free one, but please don't use anyone that has a king on it, because it's pro. So you just choose anyone that you like. So I'm going to choose this one. So you can choose anyone. You can still choose my own, but you can choose anyone at all. If you find my own, fine. So click on customize, and then it's going to come here, and then we are going to now this and make it our travel arrangement planner. All right, so the first thing I said is that in your slides, the first thing you need to have is you need to have an introduction. All right, please pay attention, you need to have an introduction. Now, from the form your boss filled for you, you have to understand the purpose of the travel. So if the purpose of the travel is for leisure time, or let's say business, you know how to create it. From today on, we are going to select business. So we are going to select um business trip. All right, so it's nice like this. So you can just put um July 2020 2025, or the month that is going to go for that particular trip. So you have to enlarge it on your phone. You can increase it from here and all of that. So you can enlarge it and all of that. So just ensure that you set it appropriately. Please, this assignment is going to be important for me, because you are going to use it when you are creating your portfolio. So don't fail to do this assignment. All right, now we are going, so you can just create it and look. Now you see that it's looking a bit good, right? But then you need to make it look beautiful. All right, so let's delete this picture like this, and of course you can delete the picture. Then you can now, on your phone, there's a place for photos. You can search for photos, all right, or you can download photos, good photos, from Google, or pixabay.com, or pezels.com, or freepic.com, and all of that. Download good pictures related to what you are doing. All right, so but I'm going to use some random images here to do that. So it's going to be a business trip, so you're supposed to put a picture that has to do with business. All right, so let's right click here and make it as a background, so it does not fit in. So we can make it look like this, right? We can make it look like this. Just ensure that it's beautiful, right? Just ensure that it's beautiful. Don't mind whatever I'm doing here, just ensure that your own is beautiful. You can click here, come here and change the color. Maybe you change the color to blue, or you can change the color to light blue and all of that. So you can see that it's looking, taking a good look, right? So you can put this on and italicize it. So this is the introduction aspect. And of course, you can as well put the date. Let's say he's traveling, his travel is going to last for 5 days. That is, let's say for example, 1st July, and then 1st July to 5th July. All right, so you're going to make it like this, and then ensure that everything is okay. So please, you can spend time here to make your own look very good, right? So this may be the front. Produce good images, make it look nice. All right, now the second aspect we talk about is travel exit. All right, there, that is the exit point. The what the second slide is going to carry the entry and the exit requirements, right? The exit and the entry requirement. These requirements, you must have gotten them from those websites I showed to you. So what you need to do is, let's say we need this slide now. Let's duplicate it. By duplicating, you come here and click on duplicate. If you're using your phone, you can see where those three dotted line are. Click on more, see more. You click more, you see duplicate. You now duplicate it. So the way it looks like this is nice, but I don't think we need any of this. So we just need a blank space. We now delete everything. When you delete everything, you can now bring in your text, and then you can now put entry. So is, let's put it in capital letter to look good, right? So you can put it here, and then of course you bring another one, and then we can now type the requirement for the entry. The entry requirements are passport. Let's say passport. We have let's say yellow fever certificate. Let's say we have HIV status, etc. This may not be you. I'm just giving this as a text. All right. Now, of course, we did not put the heading, so this one will be entry slash exit requirements. All right. All right, so that this will be the heading, and of course this is here, and then you put entry. Please reduce the sizes to ensure that it fits in here. I don't know, most of this may not be correct, but this is class, right? I'm a bit fast because I want to actualize it. Now let's duplicate this again. Of course, I showed you how to duplicate, and then click on exit. So we now duplicate this again, and then we put the exit requirements. What are the requirements? Maybe a valid passport. You will get this, all of this, from those websites. Custom validation, and then return let's say return ticket, etc. So we have a lot of them, but you just look at the ones that are good. So right, so now this slide now is covered. Please just ensure that you align them in a very good way to ensure that they are nice. All right, now you can see that it's nice. If you want to change the color of this one, you can actually change it to this color. You can change it to this color. Just change it to a good color that is nice, but we leave it here. Now the next slide is going to be flight and transit details. So what do we do for that? We can come here, and then we like this table, but we are leaving this table for now. We come this and line and put flight and transit details. So all the details that he needs during the flight. All right, so for the first one, of course, we have them here, but so you can rename them. So let's right click here, and we can rename them. So this one may be something like I think career, yes. And then this one will be something like a departure, or sorry, let's say class. The class of the airplane is going to use. And then this one can be departure. This one can be arrival. This one can be arrival to. Alright. This one can be booking link, where you call the link booking link. So booking link. All right, so this is how to do everything here. So for this, I'm going to show you how to do it for the step one. The first one here is, let's say the carrier is the flight that's going to carry the, let's say is a France, for example. You can we have a lot of them, but you are getting all this information from those websites, so you have to do a lot of research there. Air France, and then let's say the departure date is first, let's say the way he's going to be is first class. All right, and then the departure date is maybe Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, Abuja, Nnamdi Abuja. And then let's say arrival to Paris in France. Of course, you must know the real place in France, not just Paris in France, please. You must have researched this. And then the booking link. And now let's say you check in an IATA, maybe the link. Let's say if you come to Google like this, and you check Air France. All right, so let's say this is where you are going to get all the distance. So when you enter here, you're going to see the link. All you need to do is right click and copy the link. When you copy the link, you now come back, here, and then when you see here say booking link. So when you see booking link here, you highlight it, and then you right click on it. No, sorry, you not necessarily right click, but when you come to the bar here, it used to be in the bar here. Okay, we have it here already. Really, you right highlight, you see this thing showing you here. This one that look correct is link. When you click it, it's going to create a form for you to add that link. When you add that link, you click on OK. So this particular booking link now is now underlined, showing you that it's a link, so that when your boss click on it, it's going to go directly to that website to book or see whatever is there. Again, highlight it, go to the website you check that you can book flights from, copy the link, come here, right, highlight it, and then you see that core link, put the link there, and that's all. On your own phone, if you're using phone, you may not see it like right click and all of that, but you can see more. When you click it, you see that core link there, add link, you now paste it. And then of course that is important. The next one I want to show is, let's say your boss is going to lose a car there in France. So what you need to do is go to rentals.com, go to Google again, and then you type rentals.com. When you go to rentals.com, I'm not going to go there, please. Rentalcars.com. When you go to rentalcars.com, it's going to show you a form. You're going to put the location of where your boss is in France, and it's going to bring out cars in France for you in that particular area. And then you're going to choose a particular car. So when you come back to the form like this, you say the carrier is, maybe you like the one you see there that you like, the company that produce give cars there, the one maybe say you want to see there is Hertz is one of the cars there, or maybe Dennis. If at all you see anything related to that, you can put this the company, and of course the class, let's say first class again, and then the departure. Maybe if he lands like today, let's say maybe he will sleep and rest, and then it's tomorrow that he's going for meeting that he needs that car, you can now put July 2nd and all of that, depending on what your boss give you as an information for his traveling. And then of course where he's taking, is he taking it to the hall of the meeting or to the body, anywhere, you just put the location, you already have that. And then of course you go to his website, copy the link and paste it here as well. So that is that for number 3. Please follow me step by step. If you don't understand anything, please kindly go back in the video again and go through it, and ask me questions in the comment section, not in my DM. I will always be in the comment section to answer you. But if you don't understand, please go back to the video again. There's that probability that you may not understand it the first time, right? Please. All right, so that is that for that. So when you are done from here, you can now go to number 4, which is accommodation. In the accommodation, you just look for good slides that will represent what you want. All right, in the accommodation, now you now look for you now look for, let's say, accommodations, good houses in accommodation in that particular Paris. All right, now you now put 2 of those accommodations. So you put accommodation here, for example, put accommodation here, and then of course you're going to You're going to change all of this. Please put like 2 3 accommodations. All right, put 2 or 3 accommodations. That's the kind of hotels is going to stay. Please, if you are getting, let's say you are getting a particular hotel there, please always download the pictures and a short video of that particular hotel and put it here. See, it's very simple. When you download them from Google, like it's simple for you to download, then you can come here, come to upload, then you click on upload. It's going to take you to where you have that particular their video, or sorry, or pictures. All right, so let me just bring in this, and you see, and you click here and bring it, it will come. All right, so when you bring it and it's here, you now drag it from here and keep here. Always show your boss good information so that he'll be able to choose by himself. So here you're going to put 2 accommodation. Maybe this one is going to be Harry's Hotel. Then under here you're going to show him the rooms, how many rooms they have, everything about the hotel. You must have found this by research from online. Please pay attention. I'm not doing all of this because I don't want it to take time, but you go there, check all of them, come here and put those information here. When you put those information here, bring the pictures and short videos as well of those hotels so that your boss will know when this is the first hotel, this is the second hotel. You can as well put the second hotel too here, right? So that your boss will look at the hotel and say, ah, I like this, or I like this, all right, and be able to choose the one he likes. So use short videos, use hotels. Please do this thing because you'll be using it during your portfolio. And if you don't have any, if you have any question, ask me. I'm always here as your as your teacher, right? Now that is that for accommodation. So of course, maybe if your boss is there after attending meetings, he wants to go to sites, like maybe to look at site attractions, but we call them city attractions. All right, so what you need to do is, of course, you need to go to Google Map. You need to come here and type Google Map. Then when you type Google Map, the Google Map, you click on the first one, even on your phone, it's going to show Google Map from here. So here we'll type Paris. Let's say Paris, France. Let's say, or what would be like a best city attraction in Paris, and then you click on OK. Of course it's going to click on OK, and it's going to bring out all of this. Now look at this one is very good. Portable Tower Eiffel, this is one of the best thing. So you can click here to visit the website, and then you copy, bring the pictures, and then you can take like 1 or 2. All right, and then of course you can also right click, copy the link. Now when you come back, um to your slide, let's say you want to arrange that one here, you can now delete all of them. You can delete all of these ones, and then let's say the one you see there, the on Google Map is Bota Bus. So the next thing to do for you is now to come and bring a test, and then when you bring a test, you have to get Bota Bus, for example, and then you're going to put it here. Then when the picture you download from there, let's say this is the picture of, let's say this one is the picture of that place, so you cannot bring the picture here, and like this, reduce it like this, and then keep it here. Then of course you are going to click duplicate this, and then put Google Map. Google Map. So the link you copied from that Google Map, like I showed you, right click and copy. Your own, if it's in your phone, you may not see right click, you may not do right clicking, but you see that small dot, click it, there's a place to copy the link. Then when you come back to here, you now click, highlight it again, like I said, and then it will show you this core link. Click it, add the link, so that your boss will be able to follow this map to see this place himself. And then of course you have to add another place. Let's say this one is Arc de Triomphe. I don't know how to pronounce this one, but we see Arc de, right? So we click on this, and then we bring it to this place, and then we have Arc de, maybe that's the name of the place. All right, so you download the picture as well and the video, if you can, of the best places for him to visit. All right, and then you will reduce it and bring it here. Then if you copy the link, you can also duplicate this, bring it down, and then you can put Google Map. You can put, please, source, you can put source. Google Map, right? And then you source Google Map, and then under Google Map you can now paste, highlight it, come here and then paste the link. Alright, that's simple like that. Here put source. Alright, so this for slide number 5, city abstraction. So your boss, when he's done with his meeting and all of that, he can do that. If you are doing for someone who wants to go out for honeymoon and all of that, all these things are important. If you are doing, especially for leisure time, people who want to go and spend time abroad and enjoy themselves, right? It's important for you to do that. Now we are looking at, let's look at your boss is there, he's going to eat, right? So we are going to now choose the best food or restaurants there. So you can also come to Google Maps, and then um you can also put best restaurants, best restaurants best restaurants in that particular place where you want. Let's say Paris. I'm going to delete this. Let's say Paris, in Paris, and then it's going to bring, the Google map is going to bring out the best places there in that particular places. Let's say this one is passionate. I want to go to the website, look at how the company looks like, the food restaurant looks like, the kind of food they have, right? Then you download pictures of those food that they have, and then some of the videos if at all they have. And of course, here you're going to right click and copy the link as well. That's clicking the three dot if you're using phone. Then you come here as well. Let's say this is the slide you're going to use for example, and then you can just, let me delete everything please. And then you can just come here, and then let's say they sell rice. Of course, you have to put the title food stroke restaurant. Alright, this is the title of this slide. Alright, so we can come here and then we can now duplicate it, and let's say they sell rice, so you can now put rice and beans. I know some of you like that. Alright, so you can just come here and put it, and then the pictures you downloaded, if there are many, bring them. I've used this picture, let me use this one. And then you can just bring them here and then reduce them. So put all the kinds of food of that particular rice that they put, so that your boss will be able to know the kind of food you want. See, if you do this, your boss is going to like you. All right, so you put different pictures, and then let's say here the sales pack. So you can now put spark, for example. There are a lot of foods there. They don't sell all this food in abroad though. So you have to verify the kind of food they sell there that your boss can actually enjoy. So that's why you need to go to Google Map or go to Google and search all these things. And then you have to bring in, download the pictures. Download the pictures, please. All right. Download the pictures, bring it here. And then let's say this picture is food. You now bring it here. And of course, then put as many food as possible that you can. You can even use another slide to do it. Then of course you come here and put source is Google Map. Google Map. Or here, if you put source Google Map, you can as well put Google Map here, right? Then you can now click the link and put the Google Maps link that you copy. But one thing important here is, let's say this particular website here, passionate, if you go to their website, this is their website, copy the name of the website link and come to your slide and put the company. Please put the company name here. Let's say that company is passionate. I think that's what we saw there. Then put the company link to here, so that your boss will go directly to that particular company site and see for himself what you are giving him here. Do the same for here, do the same for a lot of foods that you are going to create, please. And then of course that is that for slide number 6. Now let's go to slide number 7, which is social norms. All right, social norms is just like let's say let's use this slide. I will delete everything complete. Please remember always to add some colors, like for example now I'm going to change this color. Let me change it to something like this, right? Now the topic for the slides for this one is social norms. The class is becoming long, so I want you to round up, please. All right, so this one is social norms. Arrange them properly. I'm not arranging anything here, I'm just doing fast because of the teaching. Please arrange your own, make it look good. I'm going to see all the assignments. All right, now so we have here social norms is just like When in Nigeria, when you go to Yoruba bow down to greet you. If you go to Hausa, they have their own greeting. If you go to Igbo, they have their own greeting and all of that. So is handshake permitted there, or do you hug people, or how do you greet people, for example, for greetings and other social norms? So you can search on Google for the social norms in Paris, and you can then put them here. For example, if they do handshake, you can now put handshake for a handshake, and then you can now put kiss if at all it is, and then you can of course do if they do hug, and then of course if they just look for social norms that are there, so that when your boss sees this, he will know the kind of things and then the kind of things, social norms that are not wanted there, you put them this side. Wanted, let me put differentiate it. Wanted, and then of course let me remove this from both, and then of course not wanted, not wanted. So let's say they don't want kiss, so let's remove kiss from here, and then we can now copy it and bring it here. All right, so this is very simple. Always learn how to do this with your phone. All right, please, I've not told you to ask you to, I've not asked you to, please kindly help me subscribe. Subscribe if I'm giving you value. This means a lot to me, means super a lot. Please kindly help me subscribe to this channel, like this video, and give this kind of video a thumbs up. All right, so that is that for the social norms. Social norms are basically anything that will make your boss not have problem or issues with their culture there. All right, so that is that. Now let's move to the next slide, which is the budget. How much does your boss has? Let's say this is the budget, for example. Which one will I use now? Okay, let's just say this one is your budget. All right, let's say this one is your budget. So you can now create this one as your budget. Sorry, which slide will I use here as your budget? Okay, so let's say this one is your budget, for example. You can now click on it here. So under this budget, you're going to now click, let's say, booking of flights. You can now see flights, for example, and then you can now put it costs, let's say, $1,000, for example. So you can now put $1,000, and then of course you can come here again. The car he's going to rent, this is the amount it's going to cost. Let's say it's going to cost $500. So you have to put the sign, the naira sign too. Please, I'm using dollars because it's familiar. You can use the currency they use in Paris, because that is very important. If they call those company collect pounds, use pounds. If they use dollars, use dollar. But I don't think they will use naira, because our naira is not good like that. All right, so you can as well put everything you want here as your budget. Of course, you can put here budget. Now, like I said, my slide is not looking good, like, but your own must look proper, clean, because I'm going to check everything. All right. Okay, so that is that, and then of course, that is number 9, right? Then the last one is going to be the number 9, rather, is going to be the itinerary. Now, itinerary is just something like itinerary is something like the solution, the summary. Yes, summary. That is, it will contain the 3W of traveling. What is the purpose of his traveling? Where is he going? Who is he going to meet? And when is he going to go to that meeting, or is going to go do that event? Right. So you now have to, let's use a slide that is good here. Okay, let's just choose this one. I will use this particular slide. So I will use this one, and I will put date. So he's staying for 5 days. So this is 1st July, and now this is second July. This one is 3rd July. This one is 3rd July, etc. So you have to create notables for them. Now for this one, you are going to now put the activities. All right. Then this one here is good. You're going to put the location, and then of course here you are going to put, this one is the when, this one is the this one is the look, this one is the activity is the who, that is the what rather, then the location is the where, then the when is the timing. All right, so this is good. This is good. So under the activities, on the first day is to take off, flight take off. That's the traveling, the men traveling. All right, and then you can just put in the written. I'm just putting traveling. That's not how it's supposed to be placed. Under the location is going to be from Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, for example, or if you're in Lagos, you can put it. And then the timing is, if it chooses afternoon, so you're going to make, let's say the flight is 1 p.m. All right. Now, on the 2nd of July, what is going to be his activity? He's going to attend a meeting, attend his board meeting, and then the location is going to be somewhere in Paris. The time maybe is 10 o'clock a.m. and all of that. So you're going to summarize everything here. That is the itinerary. So you can name this itinerary. All right, so that's this for this. And then of course you are going to now draw a conclusion. Now, before you in your drawing of conclusion, of course I don't want to teach you what to do in writing your conclusion. I want you to be innovative. Think about what to now conclude with that thing. You can tell him that you make a good research with so thing and all of that. Please, that is left to you. Do your conclusion very well. Now, I don't want to show you that because I want you to be very creative. Could be creative, and I'll be seeing it in your assignment. All right. Now, remember, I've mentioned all of this. And I mentioned table of contents. Now, table of contents is not supposed to be at the end, and I know why I did not mention it from the beginning. So table of contents is going to be immediately after the introduction. So let's now duplicate this particular form here, and then the slide 2 is going to be, so we now delete everything that is here, and then turn this one to table of contents. Please pay attention here, is very important. Now, under table of contents, let's say this is our table of content, for example, right? Now we'll copy it. All right, you can type your own, no problem. Now let's bring in a text, and then let's paste it. All right, so can that arrange it to the side, and then remove it from both. All right, now, all right, so now it's looking good, right? Of course it extends to this side, so we need to decrease it. Okay, so this is the table of content there. Immediately after this, your boss is going to see. Now, your boss need to at least can access anything. Let's say he's looking at this table of content, he just want to see the social norms directly from here. The simple thing you need to do is go to the page where you have social norms. Go to the page where you have social norms. Let me see the page where we have social norms. This is the page where we have social norms. All right, if this is the page where we have social norms, then the first thing you need to do is name all these slides. Now for this one, you go to your notes, and then you see this page here, you name it social norms. All right, that is all. Now under here, what is this page? Let's say this page is under flight and transit details. Name it. Name all of them according to their titles. Flight and transit details. Name all of them. Your own, you may not see notes, but on the see more, where that three dot that show more on your phone, click it, you see notes. Click on notes. In each of the slide, you'll be able to edit it. If you have any issue, let me know. All right, so that is that. Now, when you are done with this, on your laptop, on your phone, is very simple. When you click that more, you see notes. You can still see where to copy the link of that page. You can still see it other than more. But on your laptop, you need to come to pages and set the pages to this kind of this thing. When you set the pages to here, then you can now right click on any of the page. You can now right click on any of the page like this, and then you see where it say copy link to page. So you can now copy the link of flight and transit details. Now you now go up, so you now go back to this thing and see flight and transit, highlight it, and then see the link and paste the link. Please, this is important. Always link everything here. Now we'll do one again. If you want to link all the pages to here, you will link all of them, but me, I'm going to link only two to make you understand. I've linked one, let me link again. All right, so let's say this is the itinerary, right? I click on itinerary, I come here after I've named it itinerary, by going to note itinerary, right? Itinerary. Then I will now come here, and then I see itinerary. I right click on it. Right click on it, copy the link to the page, go to your table of content, look for itinerary. This is the itinerary, and then I will now highlight everything. And then I see this link here and I paste the link here. This is it. Now if your boss sees like this and he wants to go straight to the itinerary, that is the summary of everything you have written, so that he will be able to just read only that one. If he clicks here, it's going to take him directly to that particular page. All right, it's very important. It's going to take him directly to that particular page. Now let's go back to page and try that. Now let's say this is it and you want to go to flight. If I click on flight, it's going to take him. It's just that here is we are still editing, that's why it will not work. But when they download it as a PDF format or you are sending a link, it will work. All right, so that is that for that. Now there's one more thing I want to show you before I show you the last thing. If you check some of these pages, you see that here we have back to dashboard. Back to dashboard is back to number one. So this one again, you can click on it, set your page under here, and then come here and click on this, and then you can copy the link to the page. Then you can now go to anywhere you have back to page. You can now click it, and then of course you can now click paste the link there. Now let me tell you something. You may not see back to page, you can write it yourself. So don't come and just say, we did not see back to page. You can write back to page, copy the link of the first dashboard, and then paste it there. It's very simple, right? This is very, very simple. So that is that for creating table of contents, and your work looks good. Now when your work looks good, go through it again. You see some of the slides you did not use, please, you can now see some of the slides you did not use, and then you now, let's say we didn't use this one, so we can now delete them. On your own, you can see on more and all of that, you can delete them. So you now click on delete. You just click, we didn't use this one, click on delete, and all of that. So it's deleted. So everything is looking sweet, right? Everything is looking good. So if everything is looking good on your own eyes, go through them again, ensure that you don't have any typographical error or any kind of error. Please always use good graphics to make the present of your slide look good. Like under this contents, you can bring in plenty of pictures. For example, you can just come here under this entry and exit, you can bring a flight. For example, you can bring a flight here. Under the flight requirement, you can bring a visa. For example, you can just keep it here, just arrange it very well. Under social norms, you can, maybe as somebody is shaking his hand, you can bring the pictures, and then all of that. Just ensure that everything is looking sweet, right? To ensure that everything is looking sweet. And then under here, entry and exit, you can put a picture of a flight, so like aeroplane. All right, you can just put it there. It looks actually good. Itinerary, you can decide to put a picture. Where you have a table, if you can't put a picture, you can leave it. Anything you don't use, like this one, they are not easily, we delete it. All right, let's say we delete this one like this, and everything is looking good. So under flight and transit details, you can put some images you want, just attach them on the bottom or anywhere to ensure that everything looks well for you. This class is so sweet, right? So please kindly help me like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will be glad you do that. All right, of course you can tell me on the comment section. I am an active virtual assistant. So you can see that everything is looking good here like this. You can do this from your phone. Now when you are done with this, you can now click on share, and then of course you can now click on copy link. Now under the copy link, please allow access to people, allow access to your boss. So you can click here, and then of course access for somebody to either edit, view, and all of that. There's access already. So when you click here, don't just go direct to copy the link. Please give the person the access to do that. Even in your phone, you can actually do that. On your phone, you may only be seeing only this icon. You may not be seeing the word share, but that icon means share. So when you are done, congratulations, 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 congratulations. Now this particular part of this virtual assistant is a bit tough. That's why I want you to take your time. We have 2 days intervals. Take your time and do everything. If you don't understand, come back again. Don't be in a haste, don't rush. Everything is step by step. I didn't learn this thing in one day. So please and please go through them over and over. Anything you don't understand, don't rush to ask questions. Always think and always go through them again before you do that. All right, so now the last but not the least bonus I'm going to give you. Now, we come here and created everything from the beginning. We have AI website where you can actually go put some details, and then those things we are going to generate. You put all the details you want, and then those things are going to generate all your travel plan arrangement for you. It's very nice. You don't need to be bringing drag and drop. No, so that's why I put this as a bonus for you if you follow this video to the end. All right, so if you come here like this, you are now going to come to tripit.com, tripit.com, tripit.com. All right, so you can now click on enter, and then the registration is very simple. So you just register with your email and all the details, and then you start adding, putting the every details they ask you to put. So I'm going to try to see get started. You click on get started. This is an AI, please. You need to know that it's built as an AI, but it's going to help you. So you can now register, and then when you register, you will now put your edit. I don't want to register because this video has been long already, but the registration is very simple. Your email and everything, or you can even sign in with Google, and then they will ask you where do you want to travel to and all of that. You start putting your details. When you put your details, they're going to generate everything for you. Please, if you like this video and you like what I'm giving to you, please kindly help me subscribe to this channel, like this video, and of course ask your questions on the comment section, or send me a text on my number, and I'll be able to give you an answer. I'm happy you have come to this particular section of the class. It means that you mean business, and I'm glad I'll be giving you a certificate. I am glad I'll be here to guide you and give you jobs that will be able to help you earn money online in 2025. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next section.